we think because it's the unknown, but then it's well known. Like the Lord is letting you know what's coming.
Yep.
The major things, at least.
Hey,
Little thing.
Hey, because when you bring up the past to these Edom, to the so-called white man, they get afraid. They get frightened. And the same with our own people. They don't want to deal with the past. They don't want to deal with They don't want to deal with what happened to them by their oppressors. And guess what? That's prophecy. But guess what? Payback is a bitch. Payback is a motherfucking bitch, and guess what? We gonna love every bit of it, because the Lord put His Spirit on to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We gotta enjoy the chastising of the Lord. We gotta enjoy everything.
That's right.
Guess what? It all comes full circle, right? It's all His plan. So hey, just stay on the Lord's plan, and the Lord got us, man. You know, Lord's willing. Hey, Lord's willing. Today we here to serve Him. Lord's willing to keep us to the end, man. We all have to fight. Like we all have to fight that battle, man. Fight that battle of yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta fight your own goddamn self.
That's right.
They like Paul said, he'll boast in his infirmities. Like brothers ain't got it all together in every goddamn arena of life. But that's why the Lord keeps the Spirit on you. He's like, hey, you been fucked up, but I'm gonna give you that Spirit. Keep going.
But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit.
And to the natural man, it don't feel good. It get hot. He gotta jump out and shit and run away from the Lord. Like I barely even tapped you on the ass. Like you out. The Lord is sending us through the mud. But the Lord likes that. He's like, I need you to be tough. He did it with Yahushua. It pleased the Lord to bruise Yahushua. Come on.
Hey, when it hits your spirit, it hits something different, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's worse than a nigga punching you in the face or whatever. You hit your spirit, how you feeling sick, like you want to throw up and some shit, man. You know,
He said a wounded spirit, who can bear that?
nah. Can't. That's why niggas kill themselves or bug out and people do drugs, hella, because they trying to run away from that spiritual wound, man.
Plague of the mind. Your spirit is up here in your mind.
That's it.
That's right, man. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him.
Man, you have to be in the spirit to understand prophecy. You have to be in the spirit. A foolish man is a goddamn woman, man. Don't believe. You can't believe nothing he can't see and shit. You gotta see it far off. That's why the apostles say you gotta be a visionary. The prophets were known as what? In olden times. Seers. They can see it.
Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned.
You gotta discern it spiritually. To be in the spirit is the most manly thing you can have on this side, man. Anybody can punch somebody in the face and get carnal and shit, but to be spiritual and know that the battle's already won without you doing nothing, that's something else. Hey, the Lord, that's the Lord. The Lord is long suffering, but it's already over. He already declared like,
Hey, there's power in that because you're fighting carnality, man. Like the scriptures say, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. That's why Esau's going to have to get physical at some point because he can't contend with the faith spiritually, man. You know?
It's all about the words. That's what David did when he said that Goliath's head was going to be fucking taken from him and he's going to feed his ass to the fowls and the beasts. David had said that right before he did it. See how powerful words is? Especially if they're lined up with what the Lord is saying. So like you said, we ain't coming to Esau like we're going to fucking march on the Capitol, we left the church. No, we letting them know that it's we letting them know that his whole land is about to be fucking burnt up.
That's right.
And we ain't gotta do nothing. We ain't gotta go call Putin and let it be done. It's already done. You just gotta speak it and it's over. You know? That's why Esau wanna come with his paperwork, but we got the ultimate paperwork.
The paperwork is not and void now. The paperwork is not. You either got it spiritually or you gonna get that mark.
Hey, and Esau's a bug out because he said, well, I don't agree to that. But by you picking up the word, you put the signature right. You signed it in red print. Now you. It's just like the contract when you go to a job. You may not have to physically sign your name. They'll just ask you on the phone like, can we just electronically sign it? That's what Esau did, right? When he picked up the book. Everything written in it that was for him about to come to pass.
Hey, bro. Hey, Salaki, man. I watched this show called The Family on Netflix. It came out in 2019. And that's a beautiful little mini series and shit. And it tells you about church and state. What they're really trying to do, they're trying to push that white meat out there, bro. That's a beautiful man. We know, and that's just like, man, you gotta understand, we're in his world. We're in Satan's world. We gotta fight against Satan to be righteous. That's like the brother said, that's the most manly thing you can ever do, is to fight for the Lord.
They shall stand up for me. Yep. That's it. Against the evildoer. Hey, can a brother get that? We fight not against flesh and blood. Oh, for sure. You should read it.
I got Jeremiah 23:29.
Hey, bring it up.
This Jeremiah 23:29 is not my word like as a fire.
Well, hey, but before you bring it out, what happened to the weak ass Georgia Guidestones, Doc? Lord destroyed that shit. Like, get that shit up out of here, man. Like, yo 10 commandments and shit. The Lord destroyed that. Like, nah. The law is gonna remain. The words of the Lord. Hey, how does it say? It said heaven and earth shall pass away, but the words of the Lord is gonna remain, man. So the law of the Lord, even though it's not being executed, it's still universal, man. The Lord is gonna hold everybody to that standard, man. Whether you keep it, He's gonna hold you by it. If you don't keep it, He's gonna not hold you by it and still destroy you, punish you.
Yeah, because like Esau with the CERN shit, he's saying that he discovered a God particle. Even in that saying itself, you acknowledge in the Lord.
Something on the other side. Huh?
Piece of shit, man.
Right.
And then he'll tell you that there is no God, but then you got a particle called the God particle. Man, this nigga, man, just gotta get put down,
Yep.
man.
There's no power to Esau because he can't explain it. It's like he don't know the spirit of the Lord. He's a carnal man. His spirit's of discernment.
Right.
You can't comprehend, you're going to dismiss it.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead, huh?
This Jeremiah 23:29 is not my word like as a fire, says
His
Yahweh
word.
Shemel Shah,
That's right. Go ahead, huh?
and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces.
Hey, the Lord broke that fucking stone, the fucking new Stonehenge or whatever. Broke that shit to nothing. Like, ah. Now they saying it's an explosion or whatever. No, it's directly from the hand of the Lord. Like, He's not dealing with that. His word is breaking that to nothing. That, through the word, that cannot be possible, what they talking about. It's not going to come to pass what they wrote on that stone. This is what's going to come to pass. And the Lord showed that just in that strike alone. You know?
And when you look at it spiritually, whether it was a guy that set an explosive, whether it was a lightning strike, it all came from Yahweh Shemel Shah.
That's right.
But even when they slowed down the camera, the way that it lit up had to be a lightning strike. It couldn't be nothing else.
And the angle it hit the corner of it like it came down. It didn't hit like it hit like, the side of it. It didn't explode out. It hit
Yeah.
straight down.
That's the thing too. With an explosive, it would have blew all the pillars apart.
This is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 8. And it reads, the grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our power shall stand forever.
Yeah, all this is going to be nothing. This land is going to be a desert. These other lands is going to get hit and be replenished. The earth is going to be a new Eden. But the words of the Lord is going to remain forever. That's why these things are happening, because the words of the Lord remain and that they're truthful. They're faithful and true. As is written in another place. Can you go back to that second entrance? Yeah, yeah.
Going back into 2nd Ezra 9 and 8. And it reads, let me start at the 7th verse.
And then jump to 15.
And it says, everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby he believed.
So you want to escape these times. You have to want to escape these times. But not through your own might, not through a gun, not through money. All these things is about to be nothing, null and void. Like you said, the grass faded, withereth, but the words of the Lord stand forever. You got to throw the words of the Lord right back at him. Like what you said, we was going to eat. You said we was going to drink. You said you was going to be my refuge. You said you was going to save me. Oh, sure, I said it. You got to have that mindset, a humble mind state.
Well, jumping down to 15. Then I said before, and now do I speak, and will speak it also hereafter.
But, hey, see, we speaking it, we said it, it was said, we still speaking it. Go ahead, huh?
that there be many more of them which perish
Oh man.
than of them which shall be saved.
And that's the true answer. I was like, damn.
That's the only answer, because you gotta realize, just look around you.
Man.
Everything is everything because he is everything. Everyone is bugged out. Everyone is not gonna listen to what you got to say because you look like a bum, right? We're a bum of the world. But guess what we got? We got the words of the Lord, and
We're rich and finished.
Riches
That's
from
what
heaven,
you're gonna
yep.
need to deliver you from death is righteousness, faith. That's what's gonna get you out. Because the Lord said, when He finally comes on the earth, shall He find faith on the earth? Like, come on, man.
Just
Yeah.
I live by faith.
There it is. That's gonna be the highest commodity on the board. Huh? We ain't gonna need food and clothing. The woman gonna have that. We gonna have faith. Right? Go ahead. Huh?
verse 16 says, like as a wave is greater than a drop. And he answered me in saying, like as the field is, so is able, says verse 17, it says, and he said unto me, saying, like as the field is, so is also the sea. As the flower be, such are the colors also. Such as the workman is, such also is the work.
See, the Lord is comparing what He's doing to a field blossoming. It's coming in His time. He's comparing us to His workmanship. He's building something. He's taking time. But do you not see the picture? When you're doing tapestry and shit like that, you're just weaving it. You don't actually see the pattern unless you go on in front of it. But you just weaving. That's what the Lord is doing. He's allowing us to see the tapestry of everything you're doing.
That's the faith and the belief that you're able to
See it.
that you're able to see it without even seeing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Go ahead, huh?
This is 2nd Ezra 8 from the top. It says, and he answered me saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Only a few of us can see that world that's coming. Like, we already there. We in there. But we're not yet there. Our mind is there. Like brother said last week, our conversation is in heaven. We sitting in heavenly places with Mashiach, though we be on earth.
With that scripture right there, that goes to show that God doesn't love everybody, and that the one that they call Jesus didn't die for everybody. Because it's already been established that the world right now is made for many, but the world to come, the kingdom of heaven, is for few.
Hey, I just reading it, the scriptures itself is just saying, get them. Get them. Like, a nigga can't ask what. There you go. The brothers is we don't have to break that down. It's just saying it clearly right there. So who's this world to come for? This people, this nation, Israel.
I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made.
So the Lord made everything. He made all the other nations out of things that are common, but making His own people by something that's very precious. Go ahead, huh?
But little dust that gold cometh of.
So the Lord is comparing it to what's on the earth, what man can see. Like, you can make fucking stone buildings, pots and shit, cars and other bullshit with the clay on the earth, but with gold, why don't you use that in the same sense to make poles and shit out of gold? Because it's very rare. The Lord is saying the world that's coming is for a few, and it's going to be very rare for this few to even get this kingdom. That's how precious it is. You got to understand it with faith. That's a grain of mustard seed. Right?
Even so is the course of this present world.
Even so is the course of this present world. Many people are around, but they don't understand what we talking about. There's only few that's out here actually listening and understanding what we talking about.
There be many created, but few shall be saved.
Many are created. The other nations were created. Why? Just be here? No. They were created to be our servants. Israel was created to be greater than everybody else, but then there's an elect of Israel that's greater than the rest. That's like that gold that's compared here. That was it.
Why is there so many people saying they saved?
Yeah.
Saving you. They're saved. Right.
Saved for this world. They already had a portion in this life. And they don't have it in the next life. That's why when it's very hardly for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. That's why the disciples was like, who shall we say? Like they was baffled, like, damn, then who the hell can get in? You gotta have faith. That's why Yahushua was pissed off at that generation. He said, oh, ye a little faith. Now you gotta have faith. That's what this prophecy is all about. That's why prophesying is so important, because you having faith is gonna make you believe what the word is saying. Ain't what we saying, what the word is saying. You know? That's why we talk about the MOTB. You get it. We say it to somebody else, they don't get it, because they don't have the central thing, faith. That's right. Go ahead,
Verse 17, 2 Kings 9 and 17, it says, and he answered me, saying, like as the flower is, the field is, so is also the seed. As the flower be, such are the colors also.
Man.
Such as the workman is, such also is the work. And as the husbandman is himself, so is his husbandry also.
See, so as the husbandman is himself, so is the husbandry. Are we not the Lord's husbandry? The Lord's building? We're doing the same thing that the Lord did. We're not sugarcoating nothing, we're telling it to you straight. But just like how the Lord spoke, and some people got it and others didn't, it's the same way here. And we're speaking more plainly than the Lord would, but yeah, only the faithful is going to get it.
And that's beautiful that you said we're like the husbandry of the Most High, because when you go into husbandry, that goes into farming, right? And then the elect are called Yazra'ala, the seed of the Most High.
Yeah.
Most High playing with us.
And then the Lord said you got to fall in good ground. He said they dug deep and found root. Now you're a tree, man, where the Lord want to pluck the fruit off and eat it.
Beautiful.
You don't want to be cursed like that fig tree.
Hey, that's Jake. That's Jake as a whole right now, because Jake is through. You know, the Lord's like, you ain't got no fruit. Cursed be this tree, man. Man never bear.
Continuing on, it says, as the husband himself, so is the husbandry also. For it was the time of the world, and now when I prepare the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that live now, no man spake again against me.
So the Lord is breaking it down that He set it all up. Like the reason everything happened the way it did, it was the plan of the Lord, man. Why are we here? All these why questions Jake got, it's right here. Why Esau is right here. Why is he gonna go down? Right here. How are we gonna come up? Right here.
Hey, didn't the scripture say the end was written before the foundation?
Yeah. The Lord declared it, you know? That's why He telling us, man up. This is nothing. This is what you're going through ain't nothing, man. You know?
That's right.